Has one of the most recognizable voices in the world. He's bringing that voice back on tour. It is Josh Groban, our good friend here on GMA. Always good to have you with us. And we're so excited going back on tour. Be the first time, Harmony, that you're going to be singing that in front of a live audience. And we know that it came out in November of 2020. And we hear that you kind of had to rewrite some of it before it debuted. Tell us about that.
That's right. I mean, well, good morning. Thank you so much for having me on. And I'm just so excited to just sing in front of actual people again. I mean, when you're making an album, sometimes it takes a long time, longer than you expect. We were about halfway done with the Harmony album when quarantine started and the pandemic started to come into our lives. And you don't know when you're starting a creative process whether or not that's going to change things in a way that makes it not possible at all. This album was mostly classic songs, and so choosing songs, writing songs that reflected how we were feeling during that time, needing songs of hope, needing songs to kind of get us back on our feet, it really changed everything. And so the only thing we weren't able to do was go out and sing these songs live, which is what it's always about for me. So to be able to be outdoors under the stars with my friends and fans again for the first time in a couple of years is going to be just so celebratory and so fun for us.
So what can fans expect to see when you go out?
Well, I mean, I think they can see more than a concert. I mean, for us, this is a reunion. This is a celebration. This is an opportunity for us to say thank you to so many people around the country who have helped us throughout the last couple of years stay sane. I mean, I'm so fortunate that I'm in a job where I get to express myself through music, that I get to help connect people who were feeling so disconnected these last few years through music and through singing. And so to be able to all be gathering in one place, to be singing songs from the new album, from previous albums, bringing out some extraordinary special guests, Preservation Hall Jazz Band, who I've loved for my entire career, going to be coming out and joining us, as well as my dear friend Lucia Micarelli and the wonderful Ellery Ward. So it's just going to be a night, I hope, that we all feel like we can finally get together and share that feeling again.
Yeah, and music is a great healer, as we all know. You said you're going to include some of your former albums. How about the first one? Recently celebrating the 20th anniversary of your first album. Would there be anything that you would change about that?
Oh, man. I mean, I can't believe it's been 20 years. It's interesting when you go back and you listen to songs that you recorded when you were a literal child. I mean, I was seven. I mean, look at that. I don't even know. I'm wearing a turtleneck. Like, what was I thinking? I couldn't even grow a beard then. You go back and you listen to those songs, and I say this on stage sometimes, that I actually like singing my songs from that album 20 years ago now more than I enjoyed singing them back then, because I was 17 and I was singing these really big gravitas emotional songs, and I hadn't lived a life yet. So when I go back and I sing those songs from 20 years ago, whether it's on stage or otherwise, it's more meaningful for me because I have now the life experience to really bring a lot of richness and meaning to those songs. And so I look back with so much gratitude. I wish I could have told that kid to be a little bit less anxious, but we all wish that sometimes.
And Josh, you said meaning there, but it's also come with a new appreciation for what you're able to do, given you haven't been able to, like you said, be in front of actual people. But all those lyrics now, you kind of just hit on, but do you have a new appreciation? This pandemic has changed us all in some way, but for you as well as an artist to get back on stage and now it feels different.
It does feel different. I think it's going to feel different for all of us. I just went out to see a Broadway show the other day, and you can just tell that it's really about gratitude. I think that, we all try to flex gratitude every day anyway, but I think if there's one silver lining we can take from what has otherwise been such a traumatic couple of years, it's really to just hold on and appreciate the simple things that we have in our lives that make us feel so vital and make us feel so us and alive. And for me, music has always played that role. And the songs that I've been lucky enough to sing over the last many years oftentimes have messages of that simplicity, of that love, of that connection. And so, going back and singing them now, singing new songs that have that message, it definitely has a renewed sense of that urgency that only music can bring. But yes, you raise a great point.
You're also bringing your variety show back to Radio City. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Radio City Music Hall, the iconic venue. It's always been a good luck venue for me. I've done a lot of amazing things there in the past. They have made the call it a gamble, whatever you want. They've made the decision to give me the venue to basically do whatever I want, and so we're crafting a show that is unlike anything else we've ever done. We're going to be doing we are redoing the postponed shows from last year, April 7th, 8th, and 9th. And it's a show of all kinds of things. There's going to be special guests galore, lots of duets, lots of songs. We interviewed Dr. Ruth last time because it was Valentine's Day, so she led 6,000 people in a little sex ed, which was fascinating and awkward all at once. So we just don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fun and great to also celebrate this extraordinary city that has given so much to me.
Not a gamble at all. You never are. Josh, hey, thank you so much. Thanks for getting up and being with us. Always good to see you. We appreciate
good morning.
you.
Love you guys. Always an honor. Thanks for having me on.